Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amazing Grace Race. You can feel the excitement. We're just moments away. Runners, take your place. And they're off. What a great start to a fantastic day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amazing Grace Race. I'm reporting live from the starting line with Coach. Coach, your runners are off to a great start.
They sure are, and I'm proud of each and every one of them. All right, guys, let's take our first official water break. Have a seat.
Coach, for our viewers, could you, what is this race all about?
Well, we're running the race of life. The trail is full of mountains, valleys, sharp turns, and detours, and it's all part of the journey, but for the runner, it's about their perseverance.
Is there a secret to running this race?
Absolutely. The secret is Jesus. It's about following in his steps, but in our shoes. All right, team, let's get ready to hit the trail again, okay? We got our first big hill coming up, and remember, we got to stick together in his steps, but in our shoes.
And they're off. In his steps, in my shoes, I mean all the time, what would Jesus do? Obeying his words, like he told us to. I'll walk away from from sin and keep my eyes on you. Beautiful are the feet that carry the good news. I'm walking in his steps, walking in my shoes. Hey, Spud, why aren't you running?
My shoes hurt. I'm getting blisters and I'm tired. What? I'm bored and I quit.
But we just started.
Spud, don't you know that quitters never win?
And winners never quit.
Coach, we have a runner down over here.
It's the old couch potato problem.
Oh, yes. I've seen this problem before. It's a serious case of lack of motivation. Spud, put your shoes back on. Followers of Jesus don't sit on the sidelines, they follow him.
Let's doing boring done. Don't be a slouch. Get off the couch.
Oh no, I got potato. Oh no. Your arms are at the meat. Sit around and watch TV. I read inside. Little man, you can exercise. Get off your feet. Get off your seat. Gotta stop. Turn the TV on. I got potato. Oh no, I got potato. Oh no, eat junk food all day long. We'll make it fit, we'll make it down. I'm getting home and work every day. Work it out, okay, okay. Get off your feet, get off your seats. Gotta stop, turn the TV on. I got potato. Oh no, I got potato. Oh no.
let's let Spud catch his breath. In fact, why don't we all take a minute and stretch our legs? Spud, I'm glad to see that you're back in the race.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that fast.
But fast is not the point. This is the Amazing Grace race.
The Bible says God's grace is enough for you, and His power is perfect in weakness.
For our viewers, can you define grace?
I'm loved and I'm forgiven.
And God's power is in me.
Wow, that really is amazing.
Guys, do you see our next challenge? The sign says, watch your step. You're headed into
The Valley
of Despair. Oh, no!
Did you hear that? I'm not going down there. Not in these shoes. It's way too deep. No way.
Oh, so part of the journey, Spud. Now listen up, everybody. I know we can make it through this if we all just work together. And remember, there's no I in team. It's all about helping one another run the best race we can, even in those valleys.
How can I help someone get through a valley?
It's called Love. Love.
Exactly. We run to show God's amazing grace and powerful, awesome love to one another. Now, come on, Spud. On your mark, get set, go!
God is L-O-V, love. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy.
Love protects, it perseveres, it does not boast.
Love always trusts, love always hopes, love will prevail.
This race is getting harder and harder.
Ladies and gentlemen, the runners are approaching muddy waters, also known as Badlands Bog. As the sign says, runners beware.
Badlands Bog.
What's that? What's that? A front horn, I think.
I vote we turn around to go backwards. Who's with me?
Oh, nonsense, bud. You can't stop running every time life gets a little tough. Now roll up those pants legs. We're going in.
Ew, this is so gross. My new shoes are getting dirty.
Oh no! Riley, help me! Give me your hand!
You pulled me into the mud on purpose.
Did not!
Did too.
Hey, what's going on over here?
He pulled me into the mud on purpose.
Did not!
Oh, runners, I'm sure it was just an accident. Sometimes these things happen. Now, shake hands so we can keep moving.
No.
No way!
Well, you're both stuck here until you do.
The Bible says, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32.
Now, not showing forgiveness only slows you down in life's race. You need to forgive just as God has forgiven you.
I'm sorry. I forgive you.
Forgiveness seems to have occurred.
Wow, that was
I'm getting wet. I can't run in this.
You mean, yes, finally! We can stop.
My feet hurt. I'm getting blisters, and there's no way I'm running in this mess.
Does this rain mean the race is canceled?
Ladies and gentlemen, there's talk that the race will be canceled any minute now. Coach, does this mean the Amazing Grace race is canceled?
No, ma'am. This is just a small setback, and true heroes never let setbacks stop them. No, by faith, true heroes keep going because they want to finish well.
I want to be a hero.
Well, then, let's keep going. Onward and upward.
Hooray!
Cheer for the heroes of the faith. Took a stand with God's amazing grace. Whatever He would ask, they were ready for the test. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Hooray! We're cheering for the heroes of the faith. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Who took a stand with God's amazing grace. Whatever He would ask, they were ready for the test. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Hooray! We're cheering for the heroes of the faith.
Remember Noah without a drop of rain. Built an ark as he was told, they thought he wasn't safe. Think about young Joseph, sold as a poor slave. Now a prince in Egypt, throughout the land he reigned.
Moses was a leader who won the victory. He led the chosen people who got for the Red Sea.
Led by mighty Joshua, they marched for 7 days. Down came the wall of Jericho, and they shouted out in praise.
Rahab and her family hid the Jewish spies. Though the city was destroyed, the Lord had spared their lives.
Turning to lions, then Daniel showed his faith. God would shut the lion's mouth and spit his light that day.
The shepherd boy and with the tiny slave overcame the lions and was dominated.
For the hero.
Heroes of the faith, still because of his grace. Whatever he would ask, they were ready for the test. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Hooray! We're cheering for the heroes of the faith. We go like those heroes alone. More than anything I want to hear you say. Well done, my child, you're a hero of the faith, the faith. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Took a stand with God's amazing grace. Whatever he would ask, they were ready for the test. Let's cheer for the heroes of the faith. Hooray! We're cheering for the heroes of the faith. We're cheering for the heroes of the faith. Hooray!
The runners have had, ladies and gentlemen, the runners have had a rough run so far. I believe they'll be taking a short stop at the renew station to catch their breath and dry off a little bit.
Coach, where's Spud?
I think he's just stuck in this wet weather, but I have faith in him.
Well, the team needs him. We have to do this together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rain has finally lifted and a rainbow has appeared in the sky. It's turning out to be a beautiful day.
Hey everybody, look at that awesome rainbow. I love rainbows. Do you think that rainbow could be a sign from God? You know, to encourage us?
I do, Bella. God gives us all kinds of signs every day to show us his love. We just have to ask him to open the eyes of our hearts so we're able to see them. But it does make you wonder about those runners coming up behind us.
What kind of signs are we leaving for them?
That's a great question, especially if you're trying to follow Jesus in your shoes.
Well, back at Badlands Bag, I hope I and Anthony left a sign that says, "Be quick to forgive."
It's a much better way.
You two could definitely say that.
When we left the Valley of Despair, I think Claire left a sign saying about LOV love. Because that's really the only thing that can help someone get through those rough valleys in life.
Exactly. We've made some significant progress out here today, and I do believe you're leaving some encouraging signs for those runners coming up along behind us. Now, let's go. We're coming up on the last leg of this race.
Lay aside every embrace and the sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith. Hebrews 12:1.
Hey, look who finally caught up with us.
Spud!
I knew the team could count on you, Spud.
Well, I don't know. I really did quit. I really did quit. I had my shoes off, and then I thought that I wouldn't want to be remembered as a quitter, and God wouldn't want me to let my team down.
Aw, Spud, I always had faith in you.
We're glad you're back, Spud.
We sure are. In fact, You're just in time for the final stretch of this race. Spud, will you start us off and lead our team on to victory?
It would be an honor. Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report that Spud is back in the race and Coach has asked him to lead this team on to victory. I believe in a few minutes we will be seeing this team cross that finish line together. The flame, messenger noble, sent in his name, faster and harder, run through the night, spirit relay, carry the light, carry the light. Mindful of many, waiting to run, destined to finish what you've begun. Millions before you, cheering you on. Godspeed, dear runners, carry it home, carry it home. Ladies and gentlemen, Spud is leading his team until the final 50 yards of this amazing race. Their stride is strong, and finally, yes, Spud and his team have just crossed the finish line together.
That was awesome. I knew we could do it.
Listen, guys, do you hear that? There's a crowd of witnesses cheering you on, and I can hear the Lord saying, well done.
And we did it with Spud leading the way.
That's right, Spud. You and your teammates were faithful to the end, and actually, I have something for you.
A new pair of running shoes.
After covering this race, I believe I'll be needing a new pair of running shoes too, but actually running shoes.
Be careful what you pray for.
You're giving me your shoes?
Yeah, I call them shoes of victory.
And to be victorious, I must run in his steps.
In my shoes. Whoa!
She takes the flower off of me. Weren't they awesome? I'm so happy. Yes. So it's been a very fun time putting this together. This is probably the first time they've all been together at the same time. We've had, like, every practice, there's been like 3 or 4 kids missing to one sport or the other. But we're glad that everything is mostly back to normal and that we were able to do this and to have fun doing it. These words and these songs and these stories are going to be in their hearts forever, and I'm just so happy about that. So that they'll be able to lean on that in later times in life when there are struggles. So I'm really happy about that. And we endured, so we did win the race, right? We did it. We did it. Good, good, good. I couldn't do it without Miss Karen Manali, who is my co-director. I just am the one with the big mouth. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mr. Vincent in the back, I can't see him, there's a pole there, but he's there. Thank you for our sound. And basically, you know, I think everybody in this church knows that if anything happens in the church, it's only because Carol is somehow involved. So we have to thank Aunt Carol. She and Jackie turned all of these, and I think there's pictures somewhere of her getting inside them and taping them from the inside. So those are going to cost some money, I think. We're going to make But we thank you also. Thank you for coming. I know this was a different kind of a time to do it at 10 o'clock. Thank you for staying the hour. Thank you for coming early or coming to see the kids. We're really happy, right? Are we happy?
Yeah.
They look exhausted. All right. I think there might be some refreshments outside, so thank you so much for coming.